Now I am talking. I have my thing on my mute. I'm so always struggling streaming because I am not ever always trying to be here. I wouldn't say that I'm not trying to be here. I want to be here if it's going to edify and bring us to, I mean, even myself, if I am stepping in the wrong lane, you guys let me know. The most purpose for this particular streaming is because I've been seeing a lot of our youth wasting their lives off of emotions and feelings. We're gonna go through these things here, and we're gonna talk about this here. I want to thank each and every one who are here. Oh, thank you so much. Who's got to come on here? Patty J. Okay, yeah, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I did get that sound back in here. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yeah, you're so right with that. What we need to talk about, I've read across a couple of cats who were saying, brothers who are in their 50s, 60s, even in their late 40s are not, hold on, sorry. Oh, come on. This is my baby here. She demands my attention. This is my first ever cat, period. But, well, no, I won't say cat, my first kitten. But we got to talk about um, what is actually going on in our real lives here. Now, we don't hear a lot from, what I understand, we don't hear a lot from brothers that are 50s and 60 years old. Um, I want to get your perspective of why you think that is. I want to get your honest sound to why you think that is. This is going out to my veterans and non-veterans. Period. Why do you think that is? Um, when I heard this, it kind of hurt my heart, and I was like, wait a minute. We got to give you something to at least give you something. Hopefully, they can help you. If you're already on the ball, it can solidify that you're on the ball. If you already passed that ball, it can solidify that you already passed that ball. But if you haven't had a father, mother continuously in your life, sometimes you're going to ask yourself, what the hell is going on? Am I right with what I'm thinking? Is this going to edify me? Okay, so let's get into this. The first thing I wrote down is really kind of sad, but how many people think going to jail is a cool thing to a cool thing to do? How many people out there have ever met anybody who went to jail and said this is the cool thing to do? If you met those persons, or if you think you're that person, I want to hear what your perspective is on that, because I used I'm a young black man. I worked in the correctional facilities. I worked in law enforcement for a stint of time. I had people who I knew who are relatives that came through facilities, and I'm like, whoa, uh, let them stay in the public holding cell, and so they can get their attorney and get out of jail. Some people who didn't like it, I'm like, well, back in the 90s, there was $65 just to book a person. Now it's probably about $100, $200 to book a person in jail. And then keep them overnight in jail is on top of that. This is what the taxpayers are paying for. So, like I would say, if you knew somebody who said it's cool, because everybody who I met when I worked in county, not state prison. Want you guys to understand that county versus state prison. State prison is 12 months or more. Under 12 months, and you have to look at how you work with it, because you could spend time in county and do 23 months in county. I won't say, but my thing is, why would anybody think that shit is cool? Going to jail. What about jail is cool? And if you can find somebody who tells me going to jail is cool, please come over to the page. Let's rap, because I'm gonna come into with some seriously that ain't shit about jail is cool. Nothing. All right. All right. And so when we talk about when a brother, I was on another page. A brother's really good in finances, very straight up. But um, the question was, 50, 60-year-old guys are doing what for your community? There's guys in their 50 years old sacking their pants. You're not in your teens. Let that shit go and stop playing with it. Okay. Okay, so I got started early because I'm trying to catch you guys before it gets late on the East Coast. But if you're down, you're down. All right. I want your comments about this. Okay, so I've been writing down all these notes here. While you are in jail, my life moves on. While you are in jail, life moves on. And the biggest thing about life is time. When you go to college, you have to spend some time. When you learn a profession, you have to spend some time. If you're going to go to jail and you think jail is cool and you're spending some time out of the cycle of reality, and what reality is this? I know some brothers who just got out of jail. All right. Uh-oh. All right. I'm sorry. Another text was sweating. But I know cats who got out of jail. And if jail was so cool, you know that jail is used also as a tool of regentrificating your neighborhood? If your neighborhood is filled with drug dealings, all these other promiscuous things that you cannot, you're going to get targeted for that. My whole mission is here is this for this night's conversation is to put you in a better mindset if you're not already there. And if you're there, much respect. And if you're way beyond there, way much respect. Pass it down. Help make this nation a better nation. Now, look, we talk about this. There's nothing cool about going to jail. When you get out of jail, when you went into jail, Windows 6 or 7 was probably in full effect. And when you get out of jail in the next 10 years, what do you think it's going to be? And then you have to play catch up. Okay, so this is what I'm coming with this. Whether you're in jail or not, whether you think jail is cool or not, stay on focus to what you are looking to achieve. Now, let me give you this. I'm going to tell you this. And this is, um, I've been this long in my life and finding out what exactly that I am to do to better affect or better help my people who are around me is always a thought. Now, people say, "What can I do? What's better for me?" Doing better for you. Oh, we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, let's get in here. The third one is do not let your internet run your life. You guys, you see me. I'm not always on the YouTube streets. I am very blessed with the people who I have who run with me, who rock with me. Much respect. I love each and every one of you, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. And so that's why I had to keep it real with you. Is this running a lucrative internet over 2,000 people, and you're monetized, you're going to start making some money. So you're going to be very focused on how you can increase that money, and there's nothing wrong with that. Always, when you're looking at your talent, you're going to try to look at how you can maximize your talent to make the maximum dollar that you can get. But you must understand, do not let the dollar run you. Do not let the dollar say who you are. Because in the long run, you're going to go down a rabbit hole that's not going to be conducive to your health. And that is health as far as mental, spiritual, and physical. Now, you want to sacrifice your spiritual, you're going to sacrifice your mental, and you're going to sacrifice your. Come here, Mama. It's going to sacrifice. One of those is going to take care. Here's my little girl here. Look up and say hi since she's going to bother me, okay? All right. And that's my little kid, and she's a cool girl. She's Drive me out of the fucking mind, but that's my girl. Okay, but when you get that particular ram, you have to understand what do you have to balance. I would say balance these things off. I always tell you guys I don't want to tell you what to do. And so I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what I believe is true to help get you to a more balanced situation. If you want to be on the YouTube, you're going to have a team, and your team and yourself is going to have to balance out the work of who does what and how each of you do what to make it successful. And so it's just like a if you ever paid attention back in the day when they had the Jackson 5 and they had what is this, NSYNC, all these. The reason why they didn't have a lot of bands consisting of 5 or 6 people is because somebody's gonna have a conflict with another person, and so you're gonna have a fallout, and it's gonna come down to where it is, and that comes down to money, unfortunately, but that's where it is. Okay, so like I say, if you decide to do something that's totally against what you think, against the law, expect to go to jail. And if you don't go to jail, expect to have lawyer fees, court times, and that's going to cost you money and it's going to cost you stress. So don't deal with that type of aspect. Understand what you're getting into and understand what it's going to cost you if you happen to go sideways on it. When I talk to people about getting their um, benefits, I always stress not to play games and come at anybody with you're going to play games with law. If this is where you are, then find appropriate ways to confront this. I'm gonna tell you. We'll get into this. Okay, so let me see. Let me do this. You guys back me up if I'm overshooting things, because what we got was do not let your internet run you. There's been young girls under the age of 18, 1 out of 4. This is about a year ago, who has been letting body shaming get to them, and it caused them to be depressed, caused them more than have suicide issues. So my thing is, do not let the internet. Do not think that because you got to make a false story so you can get all these clicks on it, so people think they like me because I did this. It's going to lead you down a rabbit hole. So be very cautious with that. And do not let yourself get caught into that, or any of your friends get caught with that. I understand a Black veteran, and I will tell you this. Um, I've been on doing this YouTube thing for about maybe a year and plus. I only have 400, maybe 80 something subscribers. That's because I do not come on here a lot. And I do not come on here a lot just to get clickbait. Now, let me tell you this. I'm not seeing anybody who I know is or doing this. If I say this, everybody who I rapped with and who I ever kicked it with, I love you. And a lot of these guys, I would say 99.9% of these guys are doing this thing legitimately, and they are coming across to, inform you of some things that are going on, and not to just gaslight you and just, make you clickbait, click, 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 click. No. All right. So let's get to the real on this. All right. So I'm going to always back this up. I talked about why jail is not cool. Do not do something that's going to get yourself incarcerated. Incarcerated for even 6 months, a month. Do not let yourself become a partial of that particular. Let me tell you how this rolls. Once I have you in the system, everybody who came and bailed you out, everybody who came and talked to you, everybody who who I am tracking them as well as you, especially if you are doing something that is illegal. and you just got out by the skin of your teeth are because you wanted to drop some money on that. Money is only going to get you so far because the system will take every cent that you have. What's worse than that, they are going to take your life. I'm not talking about death. I'm not talking about life in prison with a possibility of parole. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years. Take it from your life. Now, on the outside of the system, where you're locked up with a bunch of people who have never even probably came amongst your cash roll. Even if they came amongst your cash roll, you're in there fighting your ass for what? A cookie, money on your books, and you're getting punked for this? For what? Our young brothers are out here taking each other out because I mentioned you were in a rap song. These kids are 15 years old, and we are allowing this to happen. I will tell you this, I don't care if you agree with me or not. If you are out there killing somebody for a rap lyric or for a fucking gold chain, I have a Rolex. For fucking, oh no, this is my Boulevard. My Rolex is in, regardless, I don't care about none of this jewelry. This jewelry is not going to get me into a household. It's not going to give me a peace of mind. If you're a young rapper, a young brother, young sister, I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, I don't care what your nationality is, and you're coming up on money, explore the world and do it with humbleness. Explore the world and do it with humbleness. Don't jump off in anybody else's world and start thinking because you have jewelry that you blah, blah, blah. No. There's people in America who get killed and shot for their stupid ass jewelry. And the jewelry doesn't mean nothing except for the jeweler who you bought it from. Now, if you think you're all about that, okay. I have clothes. I have 3 pictures. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. If you have no integrity about what you are doing about yourself, all that is bullshit. Agree or not agree with me, but that's going to be bullshit. Okay. Look here. So I'm just trying to run down through some stuff real quick here. We talked about the internet. The only way you would be in the internet and be totally in deep in the internet if you are making money with the internet, but you have to be cautious about the money. Man makes the money. Money does not make the man. Hear it again. Man makes the money, but the money does not make the man. I don't give a gosh damn how much money you make. If you are full of shit and you treat people with shit, you're going to have a short life in your life. And on top of that, if you are making your money, how many people like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, who was Warren Buffett, all those billionaires, how many of them walk around with bling bling on? And who do you think that matters to? But I had to give it to the same fact that I like wearing my clothes pressed. I just like looking good. But looking good does not make who I am. It's a part of who I am. So when you start getting into feeling yourself because I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself, much respect to Mac Dre, rest in paradise, my brother. We have to understand this. I'll give you another one here. Manners. You guys watch, I downloaded it, but I'm not, I should have played it. If you watched it, Kingsman, man makes manner, manner makes man. How do you treat other people with respect that you want to be treated with? And this is the good one we got to get into. I'm not a man who walks around sagging his pants over his ass. I am a man who I cut my own nails. If I want, I'll go to a manicurist or a pedicurist, but I don't. I should, but I don't. But I take care of myself, and what I mean by that is I make my bed, my linens clean, my dishes are washed. There's no dishes left in the sink. My bathroom, my old apartment gets cleaned once a week, and honestly, not by my maid anymore, by me. I will get into that. I had a maid when I was in California, but I could probably get into one, but I don't trust people around my shit, my things, should I say? Pardon my vernacular. As we're talking about mannerism, I do apologize. So when you're at a restaurant, or how many of us ever remember working at a fast food and we didn't were blessed not to do that? I didn't. I worked at a fast food when I was at a mall. We're looking at how people treat us and how we treat other people. Now, look, there's not a lot of people going to give you the same respect. I'll give you an example. Geez, I was just talking to my best friend Patty about this. I got introduced to pineapple mango, and it's supposed to be better for you as when you're doing your health thing. Hey, Miss Sean's in the house. I love you, sweetheart. I probably got to call her left earlier now. I love you, Miss Sean. It's always good to see you, dear heart. I'm gonna catch you on your next one. I just had to get on here earlier because I always think about you, Miss Sean, but I'm always like not. I said she goes, well, he's up later than I am, so I hear you, dear heart. So and I'm gonna wrap to your patient. I know you're probably gonna talk about this too. So I'm talking about us as young adults. I will only give you what what I've experienced. Let me get you a true understanding. Is that you're gonna have to try some things out. You're gonna find out who is what in your life to give you information that can help you move along. So my next topic is your money. Oh, good to see you too, beautiful. I appreciate it, Mashawn. If you guys don't give a chance, and if you're still here, Mashawn, if you guys go and check her out, wonderful woman. Love what she talks about. Got some beautiful topics. This girl's on fire. So make sure you give her some love, okay? I'm gonna give her a watch that. That's my girl, Mashawn. All right, so we're talking about. I ran across a brother who was a good brother, and he does finances. He probably doesn't even know I'm responding off of what he said. He said, because we have 40, 50, 60-year-old guy walking around here acting like they're in their 20s, sagging their pants. Any guy over 50 years old, you sagging your pants. I have to say this to you, and with all due respect, peace, and you're number one. So knock that shit off. Help our younger kids find out what's going on. So look here, when we're talking about your money, I should have put mine up here. My last score was 710. I'm not bragging about my FICO scores. They're 710. FICO scores only allow you to get a loan, and allow you to get a loan with better interest rates on it versus some. If you ever look at a credit card application, I want you to skip all the blah, 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 and go down to what the rate is. How much they're going to charge you monthly and annually for having that card. And if you do not pay within the 30 days of which you have made that purchase, how much will they penalize you for? I want you to understand this. A lot with credit cards is penalization and anniversary fees. Penalization and anniversary fees. Those are the two things that you really have to pay attention to because it's affecting your money. So when it's affecting your money, these are the things you really need to pay attention to. Now, another thing why it's on my brain, if you want to get your FICO scores on point, let me tell you this. If you get paid on the 1st and the 15th of the month, that used to be the norm, the 1st and 15th of the month when you get paid. I would say this: if you get a loan and you get paid on the 1st, get that payment due on the 5th, Because if you get it on the 5th, they're going to say you got until the 10th. I don't want you to look at the 10th. I want you to look at you get paid on the 5th, on the 1st. Now you're dropping this money way before, 4 or 5 days before that. And that's because they're utilizing your money to make other investments. And if they can get your money quicker, it helps you on the back end of you paying. It's like this person pays 4 days in advance all the time. If you get paid on the 1st or the 5th of the 1st or the 31st and you're paying it, don't get your payments where they're on the 1st. If you can do it, get them paid on the 5th. So when you get paid, and go into Excel, have something on Excel. And this is what I always do. I go and put in all my payments, guesstimate. And if you're going to guesstimate $5 to $10 over. So if you got a cell phone bill and you're going to pay like $45, go and guesstimate $55. All right. It's going to leave you more money to put there. Now, the thing is, and I'm going to need you guys help with this, is when you start investing your money, where do you put it? All right. Now, I would say this, and I'm not getting paid for it by these guys at all. Navy Federal Credit, I'm Federal Credit Union. I'm going to go check with those guys, and I'm going to check with USAA because I'm a veteran. All right. Now, civilians, even if you're not a veteran, look at a credit union that's large in your, not just your town, but is it large? How large are they? And then you want to go with a credit union. I have always stayed with credit unions. And the reason why, I'm not trying to say this is why you should, but the reason why I do is I don't have to pay all those fees, all that bullshit. When Wells Fargo went into their thing, falsifying and doing this or doing to other people, they weren't put under these regulations like the federal credit unions are. Now, the cool thing about federal credit unions is also find the one that will not charge you fees when you are dealing with other. So if you roll up into, you're from Texas, or you roll up in Seattle and you go, well, what's my credit union? I would say this, and I haven't done with them, but Schwab does it. But Schwab wants a percentage of everything you do. Navy Federal Credit Union will get you in that. And if you with the American Express, which I'm with as well, but look at the payments of what you can do. But the first thing we want to start you off is here. If your credit is under 600 FICO scores, how we want to get started is I want you to round up all your bills. Look who you have to pay and look at who is charging the most interest rate on what you are dealing with. Let me tell you this. I had a loan from a credit union and at a credit card. I had to pay off the credit card because that was kicking me higher interest rates than the loan. All right. You can pay on the loan as you go. Look at the minimum pay and always try, if you can, do at least $25 to $45 overpayment when you pay them, and try to do that. I would say if the payment is due on the 5th, and you got paid on the 1st, on the 4th, I would put. If the payment is like $95, I'm gonna put $125 in, because it gets you early pay and it gets you a more bigger pay because they're utilizing your money. These facilities are utilizing your money. They are taking your money and they're making other loans with your money, and they're getting loans, percentages off the loans from people from your money and getting it from you. All right. So now, if you want to get your FICO scores up, see you, beautiful. I love you, Michonne. Much love to this beautiful sister. You guys make sure you catch her on that, okay? You catch her and holler at her. But okay, so when it comes to trying to get your money together, look, people will say what they want to say about me and how they want to say it. but I'm always trying to get your money on point. All right. And what I'm saying is, shouts out to the USO. If you guys get a chance, and you know some people are active duty, and they're in the airport, ask them to seek over to USO. And if you know people who are living in your town, ask them to help volunteer. This is an organization who, and I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just telling you because I was just doing this a minute ago, and I always do that. Uh, the SeaTac USO is one of the largest USOs in the United States. They say we're kind of like the Taj Mahal of USO. We get volunteered all kind of things to help our soldiers. Look, we get people who are going to Japan, Korea, a lot of places in the United States. And when you know how it is when you're in the airport and you're tired as shit, you just want to sit down and be left alone, have something. The USO is for our active duty reserves, National Guards. In the Washington State, we do take retirees. Other places do not take retirees, but we take them depending on how we are built, how full we are. And this is helping our soldiers get transferred to another place. Now, this is real, but it's unreal. But we don't have places where our soldiers can go and just kick it and just go to sleep. We got places where we got a facility where they can sleep for 4 hours and get back up and do their thing. So, if any of you have ever experienced how it is traveling to the airport, and you know you have a Delta airline, I got Alaskan airline last time years ago when I was there. They have their lounges, lounges that you can kick back. All right, let's get back on this because I got to get off of here. Okay, another thing I really want to talk to you guys about is this mannerism. Yeah, I know. I know. Mannerism. I'm from Texas, born, not raised, and I was pretty much raised in the military. So it was always yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, or yes, sir, no, sir. This is how we got down. And it wasn't just a point of, just I mean, because I run into a lot of people who are older than me, um, who do not carry themselves in a respectful manner as far as I am concerned. But who am I? All right. So the thing is, we always say these things, you get more honey, more bees with honey, right? So if that's the case, then my thing is when I see you in the store, and I will be older than a lot of you. Hey, sir, how may I help you? When you are trying to purchase a product that I'm trying to promote, I need to treat you with respect. Even if you do not want to reciprocate and say, well, I mean to me, hey, I'm doing whatever. What's up with you, Holmes? I don't know you like Holmes. So I'm going to introduce you to what we have, and don't let anybody take you out of the box of who you should be, of how you should be. Let me tell you, on this YouTube streets, on this internet streets, there is a lot of disrespectful people out here. I think because some of those people are suffering from whatever they're dealing with in their life, it doesn't give them the right to take it out on you. No, by no means. Hell no. You're gonna have to be the captain of what and how much, and then how. Look, if somebody treated me disrespectful, I have to. My sad thing is, I let them know in the most respectful way is that I'm not here for that. I will be here to help you. It's your like. If there's something that you think that I'm not giving you, and you would like another help from other associates, then I would ask the associate to be there. But my thing is, I never allow or even ask any of the people who work for me to tolerate that kind of disbehavior or disrespectfulness. I tell them, bring them to me, and I'll sit there and listen to them. I want you to know why. If you're in your 20s and your 30s and you're acting very disrespectful, I don't need to worry about you. Time's going to catch up with you because it's going to be only so many times you can do that before somebody pulls your whole card. Not physically, not just physically, financially. You're not going to keep rolling up on people being disrespectful. The best way to be in your life is try to love people the way you want them to love you. But understand at the same time, there are a gang of people out there are full of, and yeah, you shouldn't have to take that, but learn how to walk past that. I have never been that person for quite some time, and it has gotten me into a lot of trouble because I call people on the carpet for it. I won't say it got me in trouble. It just got me into some situations that I won, but I lost. And what I mean is this: I was right for what I stood up for, and I won financially. But in the back end of it, hmm, was it worth it? Yeah, fuck yeah, it was worth it. Because I won't let nobody walk over me without, us talking about this and us coming to some realization, a conversation that says, okay, because I'm not 100% right. That's why I really put my flaws out there and tell you about them. And people, I got people on the YouTube street judge me right now because I put my flaws out there, and then they will do blah, 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 blah. But you know what? So, with all is done and said, um, I got it all done by myself. I'm getting my house by myself. I got my 100% disability by myself. People say, don't talk about that. No, I'm going to talk about it because anybody coming in and stepping into this situation without giving some respect and some mannerism, hell, fuck that. So please forgive me. I'm sorry. I slipped off in a bit. Okay, let's talk about your money. Money. Like I said, we talked about that. Staying on top of your money and how you can increase your FICO scores. If you are, like I said, if you're inquisitive, I don't think I'm gonna tell you my FICO scores are 710. Um, I won't say that's, I don't. Yeah, that means I can get bigger loans, but even if I want to get a house right now, I better be having that money with the FICO. And with right now, I don't need the FICO scores. I just need the money. And so, yeah, I'm gonna get that money, and it's gonna come. And so this is why I trying to inform each and every one of you is that if you want to get your money up, get to where you want to get, you have to have a plan. How much are you making now? How much do you plan on making in the next 3 years? So that means if you're in your job and your job offers upward mobility, you have to understand, ask yourself, does it require education in school, or requires time and knowledge? So those are the things you're going to have to be looking at, and this is going to take you to the next level. Now, with the exception of government, I don't know anybody that's given a 20-year, but they are matching your 401k. So if you're going to go into a business and work in a business, you have to look at the benefits on top of the pay. I say that period. Everywhere you go, benefits on top of the pay. I can get paid this much money. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and there's a fast food restaurant that's paying people up to $18, almost $19 an hour just to go to work. 40 hours a week. I got a feeling that's going to dry up because there's going to be a lot of people trying to get that and going to give more hustle for less pay. And pretty soon that job is probably going to be phased out. But that is the minimum wage in that county, in that particular city. Yeah. So if you're getting paid 18 something dollars an hour working at a fast food restaurant, think about how you can capitalize off of that if you're gonna do that. Now, this is what we talk about on here. If you want to talk about your money, I always say this: if you got your FICO scores, any of you cats who are under 30, 40 years old, if you got credit card issues, find out what credit cards are costing you the most interest rate. Those are the first you want to get off your back. The ones that are costing you the most interest rate. So then how do you get that one off your back? All right. Now, not for every credit union, every person, but you can call and say, look, talk to the people of the payment center. I get paid this much on, let's say you get paid this much on the first. I would like to put my payments on the fifth, because if you're dropping that payment on the first, it's going to help bring your interest rate down because you're paying it before it is due. And if you drop $5 more on top of that, it say if it's $25 and you put $30 on the first, your FICO scores will change immensely. Now, get with you a bank or a credit union. I can't recommend these because I want to get you in there, but you're gonna have to look. If you're a veteran and you can get with a hypothetically a Naval FedEx or AARP, you want to get with those guys. If you're a civilian and you know somebody who is military, you can probably get with there too. But what I want you to look at is credit unions versus banks. I don't deal with banks. I deal with credit union. So now, if you're dealing with a credit union, look at that credit union. Can you pay your bills through that credit union, or can you not? If you can or cannot, find out the disadvantages and the advantages of doing that. Okay. But what I want you to look at is this: if you're going to get paid on the first, don't ever get your payments due on the first. Get them paid on the fifth, because when you get paid on the first, you could drop payment before the fifth, and that gives you more good credit score. You paid us before your time was due, and then if you pay an extra $5 on top of that, that's going to help your FICO scores go up, because you're paying it before then, and you're paying more like on the principal of it. But okay, I want you to look at, if you have a credit card, I want you to go back and look at your interest rates per month, per year. What are the interest rates? What are they are? What are they? All right. Now, just right now, I'm sure, and not 100%. I'm gonna give you my 98.9%. You can call and talk to your people and say some changes have come on in my life, and I'd like to move my payments from the first to the fifth. And that gives you some brain time to think, okay, not to be a hustler. We all hustlers. We all the banks and the political people. They're all hustlers. You got to find out what's going to hustle to make your thing works for you, and so that's going to help you get your FICO scores up. Now, right now, be stronger than me. Go and sink at least $50 every paycheck away when you can't get a hold of it. Whether you're going to a credit union, you can put a savings on the side, put that away, because I'm telling you this. The market prices on buying houses are high right now, but pretty soon it's going to become a buyer's market. A buyer's market means you're going to have leverage, and cash means leverage. FICO scores mean leverage, because you're going to show up with a FICO score into your upper 600, 688, 680 and above. You're going to get into that bracket. That's where I want you to be. If you're getting in your 700s, great. Put your money away on the side, because when it comes to buying a home, you're going to have priority, because your FICO scores are going to be through the roof. And on top of that, you're going to have some cash to put on there. Now, as myself as a 100% disabled veteran, I don't look and have to worry about putting cash on there, but I'm looking at having cash when I move into my place and I want to get new appliances. I want to upgrade some stuff. I want to do it. I want to have at least $5,000 to $10,000 in my back pocket to go, And you know what I'm gonna do with that $5,000 to $10,000? I'm gonna take a loan and pay that off with my mortgage, right? And when I got the updates put on the place here, I could turn around and sell the place. But understand this: when you are a veteran and you buy a home, you have to hold title to the place for a certain length of time. That's going to be your homework. I know it. It's going to be your homework. On top of that is If you can get a duplex and put on there and have somebody helping paying your mortgage while you're there. Once you start thinking, start thinking. You're in your place and there's a lot behind you. That's a half an acre and it only costs 100 something more dollars a month. Buy the lot behind you, put a place up on there, rent the place out. It's going to help take care of what you need to take care of as far as your mortgage. All right. So, okay, I'm giving you guys way too much. Let me see here. Let me get off here. Yeah, I've been watching my little notes here. But guys, ladies, another thing I want to get you into, I talked about this before. If you are going into the military and you have relatives that have been in the military, talk to those relatives. Hopefully, they can get you on board with what's going on. My thing is, and I did this in a video a while back ago, and that is if you're going into the military, whether you're doing 2, 3, 6, 9, or 20 years, 20 years, I want you to think 2 years prior to you getting out, 2 years prior to you getting out, what is it that you want to do? Now, dig it. My brothers and sisters in the Air Force, man, you're doing a lot better because you're working close to air mechanics and all this administration. If that's not the case, hit me up and let me know. Vanessa Kitty worked in the Air Force. She will give you some 411 of how difficult it is to get your disability benefits. Main purpose for this page, but I want to get you to the basics first. And the basics first is, what are you trying to do when you come in? Most of us have no idea what we want to do when we come in. Okay, so what do we want to do when we get out? Most of us have no clue. We just want to get the hell out. Not a lot of us, but some of us. But if that's the case, plan for your landing. You're just not going to drop in. Don't do like I did. I got out and go, oh shit. It's like when you got out of high school. When you got into a high school, you did go to college. Did you ask yourself, oh shit, what am I going to do now? All right. All right. So let's plan. Let's plan. Plan is getting you in a situation to whereas when you decide to get out, how is this military service is going to stack up on your resume to help you get into another job. All right. So now, even if you do not know, I always say go to the work resource. If you're ever getting out of the military, they're going to have an exit package for you, which should be put into perspective. And if it's not, please let me know because I would like to address this with some other people who I know and try to get understanding why this is not. In the infantry, you will not have an opportunity to flex that because you're always in and out of the field. All right. So you're going to have to start planning. As soon as you get in garrison, start planning. I know the first thing we want to do is have a beer, and I dig you. I was that guy, did it all the time. But the thing is, if you're not planning for your future, what's going to happen when you get out? I have to let a lot of you know that when you get out of the military, you have a VHID card, Veterans Hospital Identification Card, a VHIC, identification card. And if you get, I did this on another one. If you get, this shows you can access to the post. The post is the PX, the BX, the exchange. You can get your liquor, alcohol on post. And if you're definitely in Washington, that's what you want to do because liquor out here is very expensive. Gas out here is very expensive. Taxes up here are very expensive. Us in, I think, Portland on the Northeast. So the thing is, be aware of what you're doing. All right. Now, this is another one thing I started off with saying, if you think gel is cool, why is there not a lot of people going gel is cool? Because gel fucks and drains your life, your body, it drains your mind, and it drains your spirit. Those are the three things that are getting drained when you are incarcerated because you're subject to other people's rules. When you're out here in this United States of America, we have an option to move left, move right, up, down, gamble, overeat. We have that. When you are incarcerated, You have to return 100% pure hustler if you're going to jump into that particular rim, because there's cats out there. Fuck trying to get your food. They want to own you, because once they own you, they own your food, they own your mind, they own your spirit, they own your body. That's an extra. When we're out here in the civilian world, mind, body, spirit, let's meditate, let's bring our mind down, let's pray. And when you're incarcerated, all the shit that you people think you are worth, that's number one. Whether your mind or your body or spirit, that doesn't matter to them. They get two fucks about that. So stop trying to perpetrate and act like you want to be in jail. Act like you know that it's shooting somebody because they offended you. If you are not, if you're not coming directly physically at me, say whatever you want to say, talk whatever you want to talk, but it's me rolling with what I roll with, and nobody can stop that but me. And if you get on the internet and let people come at you to try to tell you that you're less than what you are, and you follow that, turn the fucking computer off. I'm gonna tell you, my people know me on the YouTube streets because I only come up every now and then. I got way more videos, but I have less subscribers because I had to understand where I am and what I need to do to further me and further people who are asking for me for help. And so the thing is, do not let the YouTube streets control who you are. You are way better than that. I love you, Mashawn. This is my girl here. I got Mashawn. I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, Mashawn. She will tell you. Uh, oh man, I remember talking with this one chick who was trying to be a porn star, and Mashawn put it in. This is a real, true black female. Gonna tell you what time it is. She gonna tell you what's real, and even if us brothers out here slipping, she gonna give it to us too. And so I'll tell you, and this is what I mean. It's by having good people. If you're gonna be doing this YouTube stuff or whatever, find the good people to rock with. And if you're gonna find some people that are assholes, some of those people are gonna give you good content to roll with. But the thing is, understanding what you can take from that. Some people are very sensitive. Hey, do your stuff. Some people are very out there, So the thing is, look, respect yourself and do not get offended if other people do not respect you, because this is the social media. I've had it. I had people come and talk shit to me. I see them on the YouTube today, and I make sure they know that I see them. Because I knew they were popping shit and they knew they were wrong. Let me tell you this. I'm turning 60 years old this year. I put too much of my business out in the street. A lot of people go, well, dang, you tell too much, you tell too much. I'll tell you this. I will tell you this much because I know some people can't deal with it, and I know some other people are full of shit and think they can deal with it. One thing you cannot leave is who you actually are. Now, do I want to be famous and all that? No. I lived in Hollywood. I dealt with Hollywood. I knew dudes and females who were flipping the script left and right. I knew dudes who were sleeping with women and men. I knew women who were sleeping with women and men. No, it depends on where you want to roll with that. I don't dog these people about how they get down because I love sex as well as any other heterosexual man should say. Now, if that's a crime, then this is why I don't get love, but I ain't mad about it. My thing is this. I'm never going to play with you behind sex. I'm never going to play with you behind money. I'm never going to play with you behind clickbait. Would I need somebody clicking on my channel or not? Two fucks about that. My thing is this. If I'm not helping you, you say, well, hey, I don't want to be like that motherfucker. Now. Hey, then I helped you. You don't want to be like me. All right. My thing is, I fought for this country. I did what I did. I fought for years. I never had a father in my life. My mother was part-time. Love my family though. Love them. But at the same time, I'm truly respectful for what I've been through. I'm not bitter about it. I'm not gonna be fucking with people about it. But you're not gonna come in my life and not be responsible because you want me to be responsible as well. All right. So when I talk with you guys, my family, I want you to hit me up and tell me how wrong I have been. Because if I haven't been right, then I need to be getting my shit together so I can help you more. But my thing is, like I said, let me talk about this again. Money. Money. Why are a lot of you millennials, Gen X people, are not saving money? If I'm wrong, tell me. From what the statistics say over the NPR, National Public Radio, through the statistics of the government, a lot of our millennials are not saving money at all. Thank you, dear. I appreciate you. Not saving money at all. You're out here faking it and fake it until you make it. But I'm gonna tell you this. How much is an average home that you're looking for in Washington State, in this county that I'm looking at? You can get a 3-bedroom home with a 2.5 bath, and it'll cost you $1.5 million. Yeah, $1.5 million. And that's in King County. You'd be lucky. In King County, you get a minimum of maybe, hold on, let me say, minimum probably 500,000. All right. So now, if you are not saving your money and you're not trying to get a job that's going to solidify you to getting that money, what do you think the property is going to be in the next 10 years? I guarantee you. I bet. Yes, that's Michelle said it 100% right. Stop spending your money impressing people because you want to act like you got this and act like you got that. Put in these big ass lights, eyelashes, $50 on a manicure, and you ain't even got a job that you can work 5 hours that's going to give you $50 to pay that goddamn manicure. So what are you doing? What are you doing with it? Now, I'm running into cats on the internet telling us, you older cats don't ever talk about, what's real. Okay, well, here it is. It's real. 60 years old, get to my age. Let me see if you have medical. Let me see if you have dental. Let me see if you have vision. Let me see if you got any fucking money in your account to take care of any of those. The one thing you should be doing is looking for a job that's going to pay you that good money and those good benefits. In Washington State, if you work for county, you can get it hooked up. But what job is that? What job is that you may be looking for? What job is going to bring you to that? And let me tell you, this is not a one. Well, I can do it, but I'm going to tell you, I can do it a lot better if I had my partner with me. But that's me. People don't want to fuck with me because I tell them people on the real. Look, yeah, I went through going through depression, but I tell you what, though, a lot of you people who I tell that to, my shit is secure coming in. I have a couple of thousand in the tens to extra spend after I get paid. All my shit is taken care of. I'm trying to help you. If you want to make sure, go on to what is it? You have Windows where they have the I forget all because I always click on it all night. I put all my bill payments and I I put all those bill payments and I put 10 to 15 to $20 over each payment. Now, see, I know what my cell phone bill is gonna be. I got with this one company, and I'll put this people out in the blast later on. But I'm not paying over $50 a month for my cell phone. I get unlimited texting, everything on my phone. I don't have to worry about that. Find you a cell phone plan that's going to work. My good friend has her daughter with her cell phone. And when they linked up, they all paid least amount of money. And they all chipped in and paid the least amount of money, a lot of money. So if you got those people in your family, when you can trust each other, you pay this 30, I pay this 30, and that 30. And you get this big old plan. All right. So see what it is in your town. All right. So this is when I rap to you guys about this. It's look, I don't understand it. We're talking about saving money, but some people will choose to go to jail. They want to get the gold teeth in, the diamond teeth in. They want to say I'm strapping. I could shoot you. I can kill you. But to be all honest with it, you killing this other brother and you taking your black ass to jail. Who benefits? Who goes in grief? What the are you doing? All right. So let's take it to another level here. Another level. While your punk ass is in jail, who's taking care of your family? How's your family stacking money? You could have kept your ass out of jail, do your rap career, sink your money into your property and into your family for the next 2 to 3 generations. That's our problem. We think short term. We don't think 3 generations ahead of our dumbasses. When I'm gone and dead, did I have any benefits that can help my family? Nah, you know what? This motherfucker said this about me, so I got to go over and shoot him, and I got to shoot. Really? Stupid begot stupid. Dumb begets dumb. So stop the bullshit. I don't care what kind of rap career you in. You can take me out any chance you want to, but the only thing it's going to do is get your black ass in jail behind an old, dusty black ass veteran. So, what are you doing to upgrade your career, upgrade your life, upgrade where you are at to help your family? This is very important. And if you're not thinking about that, I don't know where you are with that, brother or my sister. And I just wish the best for you with that. All right, I'm getting medieval and just get this squannel in here. No, actually, I gotta give her. Where's my cat? Cat somewhere in here. She's gonna kill me. Yeah, I got a new cat. Oh, this girl is amazing. But yeah, but I wanted to get up here early. I might come back on a little later on, but I have to go get something to eat. My cat got me up at 5 this morning on the Pacific Coast time. So you guys are on the West Coast. I appreciate you and everything. Mashawn, you my baby. I appreciate you, dear heart, so much. And hit me up, Mashawn. If you don't want to come up, just hit it in the chat and let everybody know when you're gonna be up. If you want to come up, please let me know. I'm gonna put this up here anyway. So if you would, I know. But if not, just because I want everybody to know what your channel. You don't have to cam up either. You're my girl. You're my girl. So we'll get to that. But guys, most reason I stop up here with this is for us. I want us to stop thinking about our youth. I don't care what nationality or whatever. Stop taking your asses to jail for some stupid shit. Cut that shit out. I know patience is a bitch, but stop being a microwave baby. And the microwave baby, what I call is this: a microwave baby needs their shit within a minute and a half. That's what you needed. If it's not ready in a minute and a half, oh, okay, sorry, baby doll. Thank you. But if you need it in a minute and a half, my grandmother used to put it in the oven, 350 degrees, had to cook for like 25, 30 minutes, Then you can probably turn it over and leave it in the bake. But that was the juiciest and most tenderest chicken that I ever had in my life. There's no microwave chicken that I'm able to get in my life that's going to taste something like that. So sometimes you have to really slow your roll. Slow your roll. Stop worrying about how, you need it right now. I understand. One of my good friends told me this, and I'm not trying to be stupid about this, but I appreciate him. He says, Dave, time likes money likes time. Money likes time. So you have to hurry up and move it. Unfortunately for my brother, and I love him very much, he had an aneurysm and now he has to slow his time down. But it's to the sake of love. And it's not from me, but it's from a lot of people. And if I start making money on this channel, that's what I'll be donating my money to. Um, because he was a good mentor. This brother was younger than I am. And when I met him, he was talking about, the qualities that I had as a person and how I can, and do things. And everything he said was right. I just didn't follow through. So I want to let you guys know this. You're going to hear this. And if you don't follow through, it's going to be a time when you do follow through. And don't beat yourself up about that. And don't you let anybody else beat you up about it. Time comes when you're ready for it. And if it doesn't get here, then that's what it is. All right. You're going to do things when you need to really do those things. And you're going to be called to that. You're going to be called to that, but you're going to hear people like Mashawn. She's going to hit you with some messages. Brian Turner. A lot of these people out here are going to hit you with some messages. And it's going to motivate you to move to the next block to where you need to move. Understand this. You're going to move when that decision comes for you to make a move. And if you don't make it, don't beat yourself for it. Try to pick yourself up, get back onto the next move. Look, again, I'm the Seattle Black veteran. I'm 60 years old this year. I do not worry about what people have to say, especially when it's not in the progressives of helping me move forward or helping themselves move forward. I will be concerned when they say, hey, you got this particular talent. Why don't you, go check this out? All right. So I want you guys to always understand this too. It's going to see some people who are going to be in there hating. Oh, I don't want you to have this talent. Oh, you got to learn when to shut that off. Okay. If you are meditating over some things that people have said, and it's been over 2 days ago, let it go. Let it go. Especially when it comes to the internet. Look, I don't know you. You don't know me, but I'm trying to know you, and I'm hoping you let me know you, and we can help learn and love each other and elevate each other to move to a better place that we want to be to, or be at, should I say. But the thing is, when you get people who do not elevate you, and it's don't get this twisted. And oh, I need to be passed around, and they get a what do you say? I need somebody to tell me this and tell me that. Knock that shit off. Understand there's a balance. There's a balance to everything: mind, body, spirit. If you want somebody to feed your ego all the time, you're gonna suffer on the other two parts, which is your mind, which is your body. When we go to our spirit, it doesn't matter what religion, whatever you come through, your spirit is another being, I believe, that's inside of you that has to be balanced out between mind and body. When the mind takes over so much, it can cause our body to suffer and our spirit to suffer. When our body starts to go, oh, I'm big, I'm buff, I'm bow. That's when what did it say of envy, and then we get a lot of people who are taking substances to make their body bigger or make them. And what happens when your body is suffering? Your mind suffers. Your spirit starts to suffer. So you have to really think about this, guys and girls. All right. All right. I think I bored you guys enough. I am going to get here because I got to get something to eat. My gosh darn self, because I am super duper hungry. I wish you guys nothing but the best. I am the Seattle Black veteran. I love you. And Patty J, thank you for showing up. Michonne, thank you, my dear heart. I really appreciate all you guys. And you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see you again shortly. Yeah, right. I always say that. But I really mean it. I'll see you shortly. Love you guys. Take care.